Hey guys, this is Dr. Ryker from Pleasant Valley. Are you considering getting a bird for your household? Well, if you wanted this holiday season to get a partridge for your pear tree, here are 5 things to consider before you get a bird. The first thing to consider before getting a bird is to consider their lifespan. These guys can live a really long time. You can get a little cockatiel that could live up to 20 or 30 years, or an Amazon parrot or another macaw that could live decades. Definitely something to consider before you get a bird. Number 2, what am I going to feed my bird? Well, there's lots of options out there, but there are some things you need to consider for sure. You can feed a seed diet, but those can be tricky because sometimes they'll just pick out the things they want to eat, the fattening things like sunflower seeds, stuff like that. Fresh fruits and veggies can be really nice too, but if you leave them in the cage, make sure to clean them out after a couple of hours. That way they don't start to get bacteria and other things growing on there. Complete pelleted diets are really helpful because they're formulated to have more vitamins and nutrients in there. So you can feed a mixture of things with seeds, complete pelleted diets, and some other treats as well. With other treats that you might feed your dog and cat, be careful. A lot of people like to feed things like chocolate and that sort of stuff, but they can be very fattening, so you have to be very careful what you feed your bird. Number 3, what kind of cage should I have for my bird? There's lots of options out there and lots of different sizes too. The important thing is just to have a size appropriate cage for your bird. It's kind of nice to be able for them to spread their wingspan out. If they can do that, that's probably pretty good. It's also really good to have one that you can clean easily. So having a tray at the bottom that you can pull out, that would be really good, and make sure you clean that out at least once a day or so to get the droppings out of there. A lot of the cages you can buy commercially now are quite safe. Some of the older cages you used to get could have things like zinc in them, and that can be very toxic to birds. Number 4, commit to having the bird involved with your lifestyle. Contrary to popular belief, some birds really like human interaction. They like to talk to you and be involved with you. They have different body language than a dog or a cat. You can't just walk up to a bird and ruffle his feathers, but you can be careful with them and pull up your finger. And if they like to be with you, they'll climb up around your finger like that. But the really important thing is, just to make sure they're involved with you, interact with them, because they really do like to talk to you and they like to see what's going on in the house. Putting them in a spot in your house where they can see what people are doing can be really helpful. Just be careful having them in places like your kitchen because things you're cooking can be harmful to their lung system. Number 5, where do I get my bird from? Well, there's lots of options out there. There are bird shows that come to the greater Pittsburgh region 4 times a year. You can get them from there. There are some breeders that know what they're doing as well. You can get a bird from them. There are some rescues available that you can get birds from. Sometimes those birds have other issues that they had, like health issues or other behavioral issues. So if you have experience with the bird and you want to help out that way, that might be an option for you as well.